While you can call them all British, it's not recommended as the four countries generally don't like each other. The Northern Irish
Oh, okay. So y'all don't like each other. Howdy, y'all. My name's Mike. I live in Houston, Texas. And at the request of someone in one of my other videos, Mr. Alan Cook, shout out to you, he recommended that I should watch the difference between the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and England explained. I think that is his way of politely saying that I keep screwing it up and using the wrong verbiage. So today I'm busting out one of my Christmas gifts, a little bottle of Crown Royal. Get this opened up. Yeah. Yeah. Cheers. All right, so this is by CGP Gray. So hit him with a like. 17 million views. So I don't know if this is legitimately educational or if it's like a troll video. I don't know, but we'll see. All right, let's check it out.
Welcome to the United Kingdom and a whole lot more, explained by me, CGP Grey. The United Kingdom, England, Great Britain, are these three the same place? Are they different places? Do British people secretly laugh at those who use the terms incorrectly? Who knows the answers to these?
So it's a troll video, obviously. But he's probably this is what I think. I think he's going to actually tell me, but be a smartass about it, which I can respect that. I can respect that.
These questions. I do, and I'm going to tell you right now. For the lost, this is the world, this is the European continent, and this
That's the world? Wow.
is the place we have to untangle. The area shown in purple is the United Kingdom. Part of the confusion is that the United Kingdom is not a single country.
Okay, so I really want to say that I knew that. But I thought all of that was the United Kingdom. So, strike one for me. My bad.
But instead is a country of countries. It contains inside of it four co-equal and sovereign nations. The first of these is England, shown here in red. England is often confused with the United Kingdom as a whole because it's the largest and most populous of the nations and contains the de facto capital city, London. To the north is Scotland, shown in blue, and to the west is Wales, shown in white. And, often forgotten even by those who live in the United Kingdom, is Northern Ireland, shown in orange.
Okay, he is trolling. Okay, he's trolling, but okay. But I'm learning. I'm learning.
Each country has a local term for the population.
England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales. And what's in gray?
While you can call them all British, it's not recommended as the four countries generally don't like each other. The Northern Ireland.
Oh, okay, so y'all don't like each other. That's good. I could see that because that's like, as a Texan, if you historically you have Texans and then Californians, and it's like we're both Americans, but I'm not going to say we don't like each other. I'm going to say it's like a sibling rivalry. That's what I'll say. Sibling rivalry we have.
Irish, Scottish, and Welsh regard the English as slave-driving colonial masters, no matter that all three have their own devolved parliaments and are allowed to vote on English laws, despite the reverse not being true, and the English generally regard the rest as...
What? Despite what?
Northern Irish, Scottish, and Welsh regard the English as slave-driving colonial masters, no matter that all three have their own devolved parliaments and are allowed to vote on English laws, despite the reverse not being true, and the English generally regard the rest as rural yokels who spend too much time with their sheep. However, as...
This guy sounds American, too. He's going in hard.
As the four constituent countries don't have their own passports, they are all British citizens, like it or not. They are British citizens of the United Kingdom, whose full name, by the way, is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So where's Great Britain hiding?
I didn't know that.
Right here. The area covered in black is Great Britain. Unlike England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, Great Britain is a geographical rather...
Wait. Okay. So it's the United Kingdom and Great Britain?
Here, the area covered in black is Great Britain. Unlike England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, Great Britain is a geographical rather than a political term. Great Britain is the largest island among the British Isles. Within the United Kingdom, the term Great Britain is often used to refer to England, Scotland, and Wales alone, with the intentional exclusion of Northern Ireland. This is mostly, but not completely true, as all three constituent countries have islands that are not part of Great Britain, such as the Isle of Wight, part of England, the Welsh Isle of Anglesey, the Scottish Hebrides, the Shetland Islands, the Auckland Islands, and the islands of the Clyde.
Oh boy. Okay, I've never heard of those islands. So,
the second biggest island in the British Isles is Ireland. It's worth noting at this point that Ireland is not a country. Like Great Britain, is a geographical, not political term.
okay. So that's the island of Ireland, and then there's Northern Ireland, and then I'm going to guess like the Republic of Ireland.
Ireland contains on it two countries, Northern Ireland, which we have already discussed, and the Republic of Ireland.
I was right. See, I went to school 11 years ago.
When people say they are Irish, they are referring to the Republic of Ireland, which is a separate country from the United Kingdom.
So in my other video, I said something about Irish when they were talking about Northern Ireland, I think. My bad.
However, both the Republic of Ireland and the United Kingdom are members of the European Union, even though England in particular likes to pretend that it's an island in the mid-Atlantic rather than 50 kilometers off the coast.
Hey, you know what? I can relate to that. Because in Texas, we view the United States as there's two states. There's Texas, and then there's not Texas. All the other states are not Texas. And the way we see it is like, here's the U.S., and here's Texas.
Coast of France, but that's a story for another time. To review, the two largest islands in the British Isles are Ireland and Great Britain. Ireland has on it two countries, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, while Great Britain mostly contains three, England, Scotland, and Wales.
Okay, that's actually helpful. The two islands. So the smaller one's Ireland, the bigger one's Great Britain. See, I did not know that was a geographical term. Kind of like North America is Mexico and the U.S. and Canada. So okay.
These last three, when combined with Northern Ireland, form the United Kingdom. There are still...
Oh. Okay. So there was a gentleman that commented on one of my other videos that I think he was kidding. If you're watching this video, let me know. I hope you were kidding. I said something about Conor McGregor being from either Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, or Northern Ireland. And he edited his comment and said that he's offended because I said it wrong. With this diagram, I can see why. Like if somebody mistook me for Canadian, which Canadians are cool, but if I was mistaken for a Canadian, I would say, no, sir, I am an American. So that makes sense why he was offended. Shout out to that guy, my bad.
Still many unanswered questions, such as why when you travel to Canada is there British royalty on the money? To answer this, we need to talk about empire. You can't have gone to school in the English-speaking world without having learned that the British Empire once spanned a fourth of the world's land and governed nearly a fourth of the world's people.
They said the sun set never set on the British Empire, right?
Well, it's easy to remember the parts of the British Empire that broke away.
That's my boy, George Washington. And Gandhi, pretty sure that's Gandhi. But GW, that's my boy.
Violently, we often forget how many nations gained independence through diplomacy, not bloodshed. These want-to-be nations struck a deal.
Yeah. Ours was not diplomacy.
With the empire, where they continue to recognize the monarchy as the head of state in exchange for a local autonomous parliament. To understand how they are connected, we need to talk about the crown. Not the physical crown that sits behind glass in the Tower of London and earns millions of tourist pounds for the UK, but the crown is a complicated legal entity best thought of as a one-man corporation. Who created this corporation? God did. According to British tradition, all power is vested in God, and the monarch is crowned in a Christian ceremony. God, however, not wanting to...
That's kind of a creepy God picture, right? Like, a little creepy.
Be bothered with micromanagement, conveniently delegates his power to an entity called the crown. While this used to be the physical crown in the Tower of London, it evolved over time into a legal corporation sole, able to be controlled only by the ruling monarch. It's a useful reminder that the United Kingdom is still technically a theocracy, with the reigning monarch acting as both the head of state and the supreme governor of the official state religion, Anglicanism. Such are the oddities that arise when dealing with a 1,000-year-old monarchy. Back to Canada.
I think that's cool. A 1,000-year-old system. That's legit.
Canada and the rest. The former colonies that gained their independence through diplomacy and continue to recognize the authority of the crown are known as the Commonwealth Realm. They are, in decreasing order of population, Canada, Australia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Jamaica, the Solomon Islands, Belize, the Bahamas, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Tuvalu. All are independent nations, but still recognize the monarchy as the head of state, even though it has little real power within their borders. There are 3 further entities that
That was a whip, by the way.
belong to the Crown, and these are the Crown dependencies, the Isle of Man, Jersey, and Guernsey. Unlike the Commonwealth Realm, they are not considered independent nations, but are granted local autonomy by the Crown and British citizenship by the United Kingdom, though the UK does reserve the right to overrule the laws of their local assemblies. Are we done now? Almost, but not quite. There are still a couple of loose threads, such as this place, the tiny city of Gibraltar on the southern coast of Spain, famous for its rock, its monkeys, and for causing diplomatic tension between the United Kingdom and Spain. Or what about the Falkland Islands, which caused so much tension between the United Kingdom and Argentina that they went to war over them? These places belong in the last group of Crown properties known as British Overseas Territories, but their former name, Crown Colonies, gives away their origin. They are the last vestiges of the British Empire. Unlike the Commonwealth Realm, they have not become independent nations and continue to rely on the United Kingdom for military and sometimes economic assistance. Like the Crown dependencies, everyone born within their borders.
Yeah, the U.S. has some territories, like Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, I've heard, is about to become the 51st state, which is fine, but maybe we can get rid of one, like trade. Like we can trade California, and then Puerto Rico will become the 50th state, and then California can just be its own country. Yeah, I'll drink to that. That way we have exactly 50. 50. It's just so neat.
Is a British citizen. The Crown colonies are, in decreasing order of population, Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, the Turks and Caicos Islands, Gibraltar, the British Virgin Islands, Equatorial and Decalia, Anguilla, St. Helena, the Ascension Islands, Tristan da Cunha, Montserrat, the British Indian Ocean Territory, the South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands, the Falkland Islands, the British Antarctic Territory, and the Pitcairn Islands. For our final Venn diagram, the United Kingdom is a country situated on the British Isles and is part of the Crown, which is controlled by the monarchy. Also part.
Oh boy, this is about to get confusing. You see all the space he has? Look at all that space. He didn't put that by accident. It's about to get confusing.
Part of the Crown and the British Isles are the Crown dependencies. The independent nations of the former empire that still recognize the Crown are the Commonwealth Realm, and the non-independent remnants of the former empire are the British Overseas Territories. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay. Well, so I feel like there was that Venn diagram early on. It was like over here. Yeah, this one.
And formed the United Kingdom.
I feel like if I can learn this right here, I'll pretty much have it down. But the other at the end, come on, he was trolling, right? He had to probably do a lot of research to know all of that, because I don't even know all the U.S. territories, so oh boy. But anyways, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I'll try to do more videos like this in the future. If you have a recommendation, please put it in the comments. Nobody watches my videos, so if you leave a comment, I will almost certainly see it and reply. So thanks for watching. Take care.